Good morning and welcome. My name's Tia and you've reached my channel here at Calm Creations on YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a stitch with me, and I'm doing my very first Chatelaine, and it's evening in the park, and I thought I would document this process from hopefully start to beginning. It's going to be a long time, but I'm going to try and film stitch with me using this piece. So here we are. So I'm using a 32 count even weave fabric, and it's opalescent. As you can see, maybe it's a little bit sparkly, and the needles that I use are John James tapestry needles, and I'm starting in the center. Now this was a mystery stitch along some years ago, and what had happened was on the finished piece on their website there's no center medallion, but they added that in later on. So I'm starting in the center, and I'm using I'm not using all the called for threads. I'm just using DMC, and I'm using Cosmo for the metallics. So they're very, very pretty. So I'm going to give those a go and see how they come up. So let's put our first stitch in. So the first one is a bit of gold, which is very, very pretty. So I've marked my center, and I'm just going to take that out and hopefully not lose my spot. I can still see it there. So let's get started. So I hope everyone is getting all prepared for the silly season. It is certainly not far away. Not far away at all. We had a birthday yesterday. My youngest son turned 14. So we've got one more birthday this year, and that is my daughter Abby. She will be turning 15. So currently I have two 14-year-olds that aren't twins. So yes, that's it's always a fun time of year. So every year for 6 weeks or so I have two that are the same age. So yes, oh, this is looking super pretty already. So tomorrow would have been my mum's 81st birthday. She's no longer with us, but so this, I was going to start it tomorrow, but I've got something on tomorrow morning, so I was going to start it tomorrow, but thought I would start today. Now I've ordered so Chatelaines, if you don't know, have lots of specialty stitches and lots of sparkly beads, and so I'm really, really looking forward to the challenge of something so different compared to just normal crosses. I've watched just about every YouTube video there is, and I've spoken to a very experienced stitching friend of mine who is also doing the same chart, and I have it on good authority that I will be fine. And if I've got any questions, that I can just sing out to her and she will guide me through. She'll regret offering that service, but anyway. At first I was very confused after I bought the pattern. I messaged her and I said, I'm so confused. I said, the first part isn't starting in the middle. She said, no. So that piece was added in later on. And so she said, find that part in your chart and start in the center. So that's what I'm doing. There's so many different what have I done there? So many different styles of stitching that I want to try, and different finishes I want to make, and this was on my list. So no time like the present. So I've ordered the bead pack from European Cross Stitch. She said, if anything, order the beads from them. And in hindsight, I probably should have ordered the whole kit, but you know, I don't have a money tree. I'm just trying to tighten those. So yes, I'll just be getting bits as I need them. So I got the Cosmo threads from Nicole from Davarnalee Design Studios. Now what have I done there? Yeah, that's right. And she gave me a whole variety of different colours, so I just picked out ones that I thought would suit, because I don't have the petite treasure braids, so I'm just using these. And so far I really like them. So it feels strange to start with metallics, but the centre medallion is all metallics from what I can see, and the pattern instructions are so good. There's lots of visual pictures for doing the different stitches, which I'm going to need. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that will be handy, because I've never really done specialty stitches, so this is going to be my piece that I learn on. And what I'll do is, as I go, when I come across a specialty stitch, I will practice it on a piece of fabric first before I put it in. So I watched Tree's a Little Stitcher. I've watched her I've always watched all of her floss tubes and updates, and she's working on this too, and it's just absolutely stunning. So I've watched hers. I've been back and watched them all again, just so I sort of know what I'm doing. So that's that first little part done. Now there's some more gold up here, so just let me count. There's 2, 4, 6. Isn't that just so pretty? So I've ordered some ballpoint needles to try. Apparently they're really nice, but they should be here today. I'll have to see what they're like. I don't think I'll use them on this, but just in general. I hope I've counted that right. We got a little bit of sparkle. I can't wait to see all the beads. I love beading. I've done it a bit on other projects. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. I'll be doing it as I go, so that it's not a tedious job at the end. So they're currently sitting in Chicago. So making their way here. I think I've gone over one too far. Let's have a look. I have to. So I've got a couple of finishes to work on for customers, so those will be getting done after this. So yes, Now I've got to go back to this side. So, and then obviously you just do the same because you're going to be building around the outside. With it being a chatelaine, they're all symmetrical. So I might go ahead and do that and then come back. Right, back again. I've finished all of the little centre gold bits and I'm now onto a lovely white metallic, which is going to border all the outside. So that other piece was the gold was probably a bit boring. I had to keep finishing off and restarting each little piece so that I wasn't traveling. So this part shouldn't be, this part should be okay. So there's going to be a little border of this white metallic all the way around and in a couple of the gaps. So this will be nice. One down here. Oh, this is so pretty. Like a white and a gold together, which are, oh, what have we done? No, that's it. Thought we had a knot. Hope you can see what I'm doing. My hand's probably in the way most of the time, but if anybody's got any tips on stitching a chatelaine, please leave them in the comments below. I would be very interested in learning all I can. Obviously this is my first and we're going to do this together, but for those way more experienced than me, I'm just jumping in the deep end and want to try everything. I'd love to know what you've got to say. Quite enjoying this Cosmo thread. It glides through really, really nicely. The only thing I found with the gold just before it was it's quite fibrous and it breaks quite a bit, but this white seems to be not, not having any problems with it. I just love it. Love it already. I've only put in probably 30 stitches. So looks really, really pretty. So we're coming up to the end of the school year here. In Australia, the kids have only got 2 and a bit more weeks of school left before they break for Christmas holidays, summer holidays. So this is their big holiday of the year. They have about, I don't know, six weeks off over summer, and then they go back to school in about, I don't know, February, I think, early February. So they're getting excited. They're tired. They're very tired. You know, this hasn't been a normal year, so it hasn't been a normal year for anybody, but yeah, they're ready for a holiday. So what else has been happening? I talked about the birthdays. What else? Nothing else really. Oh, we got one more birthday this year. So my youngest daughter, it's her birthday in December. She's a couple of days before Christmas. And then that's it for the birthdays for this year. And then right, where am I going? Then next year we've got, in February, we've got I've got 2 grandchildren who were born on the same day. So I've got a granddaughter and a grandson that were both born in February. Then I think that's about it. Right, that's that outline bit done. Okay, so now there's 4 stitches around this little centre gold piece. And then that's it for the white. And I believe after this part there'll be some gaps left in there for beads, so we won't be doing those today. that a little bit done. Oh, how pretty is that? That's really, really pretty. Right, so now we're up to the next border, which is going around the outside of the white, and that is in DMC now, so it's 3750. So I've put the first stitch in because that's boring watching me thread a needle. So we're just gonna go around the edge and put some DMC in. It's a bit windy here today and very warm. I had it set up through my filming set up through OBS this morning, but it just got too hot and you didn't want to see me all hot and sweaty, so I changed it, and yeah, now we're doing this way. Also on this stitch there's going to be a bead on top of it. I think that's how it, yeah, yep, that looks right. I'll be using invisible thread for the beads. I'll have to find it, I don't know where I've put it, but I've got some somewhere. So that will be pretty. I haven't done a stitch with me for ages. I started doing them a while ago, but I think it was in the summer and it just got too hot where I was. But now that I'm got my little craft area, it's not as bad. I'll get in there. So I mean, it gets hot in here in the afternoon when the sun comes down the other side, but in the morning it's generally okay. So I don't know how often I'm gonna do these stitch with me's, but I'll try and do them maybe fortnightly at the moment with my finishing business. I've got lots of work on there, so that obviously takes priority, and we've just released Australia and New Zealand's newest cross stitch magazine. So that's called Down the Rabbit Hole, cross stitch and needlework magazine, and you can find that on our website. It's an instant download. I'll put all the information in the description box if you're interested in going and purchasing that. Nicole and I worked extremely hard on it, and we're already starting work on issue 2, which is being released in, it'll be the 15th of February. So that'll be an autumn edition for us in the Southern Hemisphere. Oh, what happened there? That doesn't look right. Try and undo this. What have I done there? That top leg didn't go where I wanted it to. Let's try that again. There we go. Is that it? There. Yeah, so that's been very exciting. We've got lots of good feedback, and we've taken on board all the suggestions and fixed a couple of errors, and I think overall it's been well received. It's been a learning curve, that's for sure. So we look forward to the next issue. So it's a quarterly magazine. It'll be coming out seasonal, with a standalone sort of Christmas issue starting next year, the end of next year, for Christmas 2021. So if you've got any ideas, or you're a designer, or you'd like to submit something for our magazine, we're always looking for content, so you can email us, and yeah, so that's very exciting. Look at that, it's just travelling along. Absolutely loving it. So that's that little border done. How cute is that? So I will finish this bit off and change colour, and we'll go on to the next border. Okay, so next colour is 3799. So we're going to be doing another border all the way around. And this is like a charcoal grey colour. So here we go. I've been wanting to start this for so long, but we had to get the magazine done, and Just didn't have any time. I didn't do any stitching of my own while we were working on that, so it's nice to be able to put a few stitches in. So can't wait for the beads to arrive. They will just make all the difference. I really, really like this. It's going to be so beautiful. I hope you're stitching along with me. If you are, what are you stitching on? Always love to see what people are stitching on, and you know, we go and have a look and then get enabled and buy another chart. Bought another couple off a stash unload on Facebook that I really want to start too, but they will have to wait. With our Friday night stitchy group, we do a new start every Friday, and we're doing that until the end of the year. So I've got November's new starts for the Friday night all planned. So I'm looking forward to those too. Oop, done it again. Can't really tell the difference when it's up next to the navy blue. And that 3750 floss, that's what I used to do my Quaker bat. He's done all in that colour. There we go. So I haven't finished him yet. I've got an idea of how I want to finish him, but I haven't yet. So I've got customer finishes first. I've got a couple of stockings to do. I've got a Nora Corbett fairy. I've got a little puppy piece that will be a mounted flat fold as well. And I've got some dough bowl pillows and a few others to do too, so that will keep me out of mischief. that gold is just so sparkly. I've also got a couple of Christmas ornaments to make. We're doing a ornament exchange between a group of friends, so I've got 3 done. So I've got a couple more to do. Got a bit of a sore throat actually. Started tickling yesterday. So I need to knock that on the head. So I don't know if the little grandson will be coming this weekend if I'm not feeling too good. Don't want him to get it. He comes most weekends, so it's really, really cool having him here. He's turning into such a little man, and he's getting a bit cheeky and getting a bit of attitude, which they all do. Right, so there's that colour finished around there. Right, so I'll be back in a sec with the next one. Okay, so next colour is 3752, and we're going to do another border, but this one is a little bit different. There's some spaces left, which I'm guessing are for beads. So right, so there's a gap there, so a bead's going in there. So hopefully when I come back next time we can do a bit of beading. So that'll be fun. These colours are looking very regal at the moment. Which I really like. I need to go and do my hallway table. It's still got Halloween on it. To change it to Christmas. Which I'll be doing on the 1st of December. So putting up the Christmas tree. I love Christmas. It's my favourite. I drive my family crazy. Absolutely crazy at Christmas time. With my Christmas music and my perfect placement ornaments on the tree. I'll try. I'm not sure how we're going to get on with young Spencer. It's his first Christmas and he's now crawling everywhere, so he's going to be into all sorts of mischief. But yeah, like them all, he'll learn. Now I saw on, when I was watching, oh look, I've done it there too. When I was watching Trees a Little Stitcher doing some beading on her evening in the park, she had a little tray that her beads were in, but it had like a little mat in it that stopped them rolling around. I'll have to get out my beading mat and use that, I think, because she just picked up her bead and off she went again. They went trying to get away from her and oh come on, why is that not going through there? So yeah, I'll have to, but it's just a small one, so I'll definitely have to use that idea, because I don't want to be chasing beads around all over the floor, which will be my luck. So I love symmetrical. Symmetrical is pleasing. Right, where am I up to? So I think this will be very satisfying. I did some work a couple of weeks ago on my Shores of Hawk Run, and the anchor in it was a bit off, so but I just couldn't do what the pattern said. What am I doing here? Let's have a look. Gosh, that took a while. Is that right? So you can see. Yeah, so I had to make it symmetrical because it just wasn't going to sit well. So these are symmetrical, so that's very pleasing. So we'll get round to the other side, to the beginning, and then I think we will leave it at that. I've probably bored you to sleep. It's starting to get very warm, and as much as I want to really keep going, we will save it, and we'll be doing this together. We're nearly back to the top. One thing I did read or see or hear or something was that when you're starting a chatelaine, you must always mark the top, because it is symmetrical, the top of your fabric, because you don't actually rotate your work, you just you can rotate it, but you have to rotate it 180 degrees so that all the legs on your stitches lay the same way. But I'll be doing it, this way, so you have to mark your top of your work so that you don't jump back in and you're upside down or around the wrong way, or just so that everything goes the same way. So I've written on the top of my fabric with friction pen. I've written top left, and oh no, see, not concentrating, too busy stitching along. There should be a gap in there. Well done there. Let's frog that little guy out. Come on. Play nice. That one has to come out too, and that half. Trim the end of that so I can thread it again. You would have been watching that and thought, stop, is she going to notice? Don't know what made me think about it, but glad I did find it, so that can go back through there, and then we need to come here. And I think I saw on the Chatelaine website, yesterday maybe, they're having a sale, so they're having their Black Friday sale, so the details are on their website, but I can't remember. I think it was maybe 20% off. I can't remember. You'll have to pop over and have a look and see, because these are expensive to buy and kit up, and if you can get it while it's on, get one while it's on sale. You'll be able to save yourself a little bit of money. So we've got about 4 stitches left, I think. Maybe 3. Look at that. How super duper pretty is that? I absolutely love it. So, right, well, I'll leave it there and we will carry on next time. Hopefully I'll have some beads shortly, and we'll be able to do, so there's beads in those little corners and a whole little bunch in the center, and we'll be able to carry on. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you are stitching along, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.